We begin the broadcast with some breaking news that's coming in from Pakistan. Disgraced former Pakistan military dictator and President General Pervez Musharraf has been declared a proclaimed offender and a fugitive from the law. General Pervez Musharraf has been declared a proclaimed offender by a special anti-terror court in Pakistan. They've declared Musharraf a fugitive from law. The court has now ordered seizure of all General Pervez Musharraf's properties in Pakistan. Musharraf declared a proclaimed offender in the 2007 Benazir Bhutto assassination case. Pakistan Special Judge Asghar Khan pronounces the verdict in the Benazir Bhutto assassination case. Pervez Musharraf was charged in the Benazir assassination case in 2013. He was charged in this case. Musharraf has been living in self-imposed exile in Dubai and Britain after fleeing Pakistan. It was in 2007 that Benazir Bhutto was assassinated in a gun and bomb attack in Pakistan. I quickly want to cut across to India Today's Hamza Amir, who joins us live from Pakistan for more on this. Hamza, take us through the details of what the court said, because in 2010, a UN report had charged Musharraf with not providing adequate security to Benazir Bhutto.
Well, Gaurav Sawant, it's been now 10 years since the time the Benazir Bhutto's murder, happened, and then the case took at least 10 years for the court to decide on a particular or a straightforward verdict, and that was today that it happened. An anti-terror court in Rawalpindi actually gave the verdict today, not only declaring Musharraf, who was back then in the ruling government, as the person who has been charged and also has been called now as an absconder. They've also ordered to seize his all assets inside Pakistan, his bank accounts, his any other activity that is on the move in Pakistan is going to be stopped. Not only that, they've also charged two more people, the police, and also one of the other persons who was in charge of the security, who was basically the person who ordered to clean out the whole area of the murder place in Rawalpindi immediately after Benazir Bhutto's murder occurred. So they have been now put for 17 years in jail and 5 lakhs of rupees of fine.
More important, Hamza, than the other police officers is the role of Pervez Musharraf. Considering he's former army chief, he's former dictator, former president of Pakistan, what are the chances that his properties will actually be confiscated, auctioned, and will the Pakistan government make real efforts to bring him back from this self-imposed exile in Dubai and in the United Kingdom to face trial?
Well, Gaurav, see, since the time he took power as a dictator and then he had, shifted power, then left the country, there have been several cases that have been against him. The Lal Masjid case is one of the primary ones. The Akbar Bukti case is the other one. And then ridiculing and, demolishing the democratic system and coming in as a dictator is another case that is on him as well. He has not appeared before the court, or even the court has not have practiced, any power when it comes to charging Pervez Musharraf is concerned. So that this is just another case that is ordered or declared Musharraf as someone who is now on the run out of Pakistan and is wanted. But I think because of being a former army chief, he has the backing and support of the establishment itself, and I think that is the only savior that Musharraf enjoys, is sitting outside of Pakistan.
But for how long? Yes, is the question. Hamza, stay with me. Now, this disgraced military dictator says, why should we help India and tell them where Dawood Ibrahim is hiding? A disgraced former military dictator of a country who claims to be a victim of terror and yet shields terrorists from Dawood Ibrahim Kaskar to Hafiz Saeed. In fact, it was on Musharraf's watch that Osama bin Laden was given shelter right outside the Pakistan Military Academy at Kakul, Abbottabad. So let's listen in to the confessions of a disgraced dictator.
India's most wanted man, Dawood Ibrahim Kaskar. The Mumbai blast mastermind hiding in Pakistan. A truth acknowledged by the global community but brazenly denied by Pakistan. Musharraf's admission during an interview to a Pakistan channel has validated numerous India Today reports that confirmed the underworld Don was living in a Karachi safe house, guarded by the Pakistan army. India Today exclusively spoke to Home Secretary Rajiv Mehrishi, who said that the news around the terror lord was tightening.
Dawood is in Pakistan, and Pakistan is inimical to India's interests. So therefore, to expect that Pakistan will cooperate, and in any case, Pakistan is not known to be actually compliant with international law. It hasn't done any marks for that. So basically, since the haven is by all these criminal elements, not only him but Hafiz Saeed,
and we have
Asad Mazur and all these guys, the haven is Pakistan because it gives haven to such illegal elements and terrorists.
Musharraf didn't just spill the beans on Dawood, but also on Al-Qaeda founder Osama bin Laden. India's stand on the underworld Don has been vindicated.
Aftab Ahmed Khan is a former super cop from Maharashtra. He joins me on the broadcast. Mr. Khan, you went after Dawood's assets in Mumbai, also his people. Now, does India have solid evidence that will stand scrutiny in a court of law that Dawood Ibrahim Kaskar lives in Pakistan?
See, very frankly, it's not even a secret. I'm sure if you go around, any cab driver or whatever auto or whatever they have in Karachi will take you straight to Dawood's place. It's very well known. We have, after all, we have our intelligence service, we have the RAW, and we can pinpoint exactly where Dawood stays. The Pakistan government naturally, and the ISI for that matter, naturally will deny that Dawood is with them because they know that if Dawood is ever nabbed by the Indian agencies, if he ever comes back to India, the amount of information he'll give to us of the mischief, of the crime that has been committed by ISI and others in fomenting terrorism in India would lead to international incident. So Dawood is well protected there. I don't think any legal action would be feasible against him because Pakistan would just continue to deny. Musharraf, we didn't require a disgraced fellow like Musharraf to admit that Dawood is very
absolutely
much there.
On India Today, there's overwhelming evidence. His 3 passports, and that's the dossier that India Today has accessed, his passports. And take a look at the information we are putting out on our screen on the evidence that India has. His passport, his wife Mehjabeen's passport, his brothers Anis and Mustaqim, his daughter Maharukh, his other daughter Mehreen, their passport numbers, Hamza. India has so much information. You've traveled to his house, Hamza. Tell us, you've traveled to his Clifton, Karachi house, Hamza.
Well, Gaurav, I have been to all of these addresses in Karachi, and we tracked everything down. The passport that have been made for Dawood Ibrahim on an address that was fake, while the other addresses, we were able to track them down in Karachi, shoot them, and I was able to very, very clearly and comfortably say that all of those areas were very, very strongly secured areas. Some of those areas were also on a street. The White House that we always show is the one where no other civilian or any other commercial property is available. All this is a diplomatic road that has all ample security, extra security available. So I don't think if Dawood Ibrahim is in Pakistan and Karachi, authorities would not know. It is highly unlikely.
Absolutely, and these are authorities, and that's the house that Hamza Amir went to, that we are seeing on our television screen. That's Dawood Ibrahim Kaskar's one of his many houses in Pakistan. That house you see on your television screen. Well, Pervez Musharraf also knows that Dawood Ibrahim is in Pakistan. After all, Pervez Musharraf has been amongst those who've shielded Dawood Ibrahim. Let's listen in to the question that the journalist asked and Musharraf's response. So look at Dawood Ibrahim's addresses. Moin Palace near Abdullah Shah Ghazi Dargah, Clifton, Karachi. 6A, Khaiban Tanzim, Phase 5, Defense Housing, Karachi. He's got a house on the Murray, Islamabad Road. He's got a farmhouse in Pakistan. He's got a multi-million empire in Pakistan. Why can't Dawood Ibrahim and Pakistan's role in shielding him, Mr. Khan, be exposed to the world? Why is it that India hasn't been able to convince the world with proof, more than just these addresses and passport numbers, perhaps with photographs, that he's in Pakistan?
No, I don't think so. I don't think anyone requires convincing. Because I think sometime back, if I recollect, a few years back, even the US had almost directed Pakistan to surrender this fellow if he was in Pakistan. But no one is really willing to take it seriously on behalf of India. As I had said earlier, no one is going to do anything about getting Dawood back here because it does not affect anyone else. We have got to, I have always been a little unorthodox. And I would think that we require some kind of unorthodox action to get him back or to get him, whichever way you'd like to put it. There's no way that you can go through a legal channel. Pakistan will not recognize any of your legal niceties. They will not. For instance, we can file a case if he's got an Indian passport.
No, but now he has. I have his passport number. It's G866. 6537. That's his passport number, which has been issued in Rawalpindi. C for Charlie 267185. That's the passport that's been issued in Karachi. Kilo Charlie KC 285901. That's the passport that's again been issued by Pakistan in Karachi. So he has so many Pakistani passports. See, we're putting out all those figures and numbers, details on our television screen. Now, the outgoing Union Home Secretary Rajiv Maharshi, he spoke exclusively to India today on Dawood Ibrahim Kaskar being in Pakistan. Rajiv Maharshi said that this designated global terrorist, there is evidence he's in Pakistan and India is taking the legal route to try and get him back. Let's listen in.
Dawood is in Pakistan and Pakistan is inimical to India's interests. So therefore, to expect that Pakistan will cooperate, and in any case, Pakistan is not known to be actually compliant with international law. It hasn't done any marks for that. So basically, since the haven is by all these criminal elements, not only him but Hafiz Saeed,
and we have
Asad Mazur and all these guys, the haven is Pakistan because it gives haven to such illegal elements and terrorists. But legal processes are in place that should we get an opportunity, then we wish.
Have you inched any closer during your tenure?
So that's difficult to measure, but as I said, the legal processes are in place, and as and when the opportunity arises, we will try to get them back. Pakistan has unfortunately turned itself into a terrorist state, if not a rogue state. So that's the truth that people will realize as time goes by.
So, Mr. Khan, you heard the outgoing Union Home Secretary. He says, legally, we are trying to bring him back. So, India may try anything. Pakistan will not admit it. Is India seriously trying to bring Dawood Ibrahim back? Or, as some say, Dawood is so well connected even today with the establishment that perhaps India will not make a serious attempt to bring him back?
No, India would definitely make a serious attempt to get him back. But I've not been able to understand what Mr. Maharshi wanted to say about legal steps are being taken. If Pakistan does not recognize the Indian right to get criminals back, and he's got a Pakistani passport, what kind of legal steps can you take? I'm afraid I'm not aware of any legal steps that can be taken. Perhaps in his stint as Home Secretary, Mr. Maharshi must have passed some law which envisages this kind of legal step.
So
but I would think there are no legal steps.
Does Dawood still have a multi-million-dollar empire in Mumbai, in Maharashtra, and can that be taken down, or is a serious effort not being made there, sir?
No, I don't think he has a multi-million empire anymore in India or in Mumbai, for instance. I don't think he has too many henchmen here. I don't think he wields a lot of clout here. wields his clout sitting in Pakistan because, well, I may be wrong, but my information is because he helps a lot in transporting weapons to the terrorists in Afghanistan, the Taliban in Afghanistan from Pakistan, and in exchange get drugs from Afghanistan to Pakistan.
Yes.
He controls the transport service which does that.
Yes.
So he's very invaluable to the Pakistanis, invaluable to the ISI, which survives on this kind of illegal trading of arms for drugs and drugs for arms, that kind of a thing. So I don't think there's any chance of getting him legally back. As I said, the only chance is to adopt some kind of method which perhaps the Israelis will train you much better.
Oh,
than
absolutely.
what you and I can do.
If you can't bring him back, take him down. That is perhaps what needs to be done.